I survived a match with Andre the Giant. He took me up in a big vertical suplex, and not only was I scared to death, I mean, my toes curled up inside my boots. But when we got down there, I learned gravity is real. And how many of those can you take? I was at somebody's house, and they were watching television, they were clicking through the channels, and I said, whoa, there's Tony Little, and look what he's doing. And when I saw that machine, the first thing that I looked at is, number one, low impact. It's gentle on the joints. And it's the gift that keeps on giving. Because no matter how often you use it, you want to use it more. You get addicted to it, really. And if I can possibly be an inspiration to others, the way Tony Little has been an inspiration to me, get on the phone, get your Gazelle.
We've got hurricanes, we've got earthquakes, but we are still going to watch Unforgiven 2002. nothing is going to prevent us from experiencing HLA. That I promise you. What's going on, guys? Good mic work. Back at you from natural disaster Southern California here. We've got Hurricane Hillary blowing through right now, and we just had an earthquake hit LA about 2 hours ago. This shit's hitting the fan down here, but somehow the internet's still working. The storm has not been that bad. As a matter of fact, this is the windiest it's been. The wind has been pretty calm. It's finally picked up a little bit, and there's some trees moving and shit outside, but I think we're probably going to be safe. There still is a chance for a service interruption of some kind here tonight with the internet or the power or something, but I think we're going to be all right. I think we should be able to watch this 2 hour and 40-minute long pay-per-view of WWE Unforgiven 2002. I put up a post for the members a couple days ago and asked you guys to help me decide which one to do tonight, which pay-per-view to watch, because I was busy, didn't really have time to think about it, thought I would take your suggestions, and after reading a few of them and looking up the cards on Wikipedia, this one stuck out to me because of the stipulation with Stephanie McMahon and Eric Bischoff. Plus, there's also a lot of good wrestling on the show too, so I thought we'd get a head start on Unforgiven, and I know watch-along-wise, we've done Unforgiven 99, 98, 99, and 2001. So this will be 2002. I don't think we've done 2000 yet. So we might bust out some Unforgivens coming up here in the month of September. And I like this suggestion. So here we are, Unforgiven 2002. So go to Peacock, find Unforgiven Season 5, Episode 1. Runtime, according to Peacock, is 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 26 seconds. And you guys know the drill. We'll hit play in a few minutes. Timer below me will start to run, and we will be ready to boogie. But let me say hello to everybody that's been hanging out in the chat. Already gathered up a pretty good audience here, so that's nice. Hit that thumbs up button for me if you don't mind. Good to see Jeff McMahon and Tatanati. Man, those blue year-long badges look good. OG JJ Leg is in the house as well. So is Mike Rouse. We have Brandon McNeil, William, the Juliet, rounding out some channel members, and of course, our friend George Morris chiming in with the $5. Hey, Greg, how are you doing? And how is Tito Unforgiven 2002? Question mark out of 10. Sunny's sentencing date, November 27th. She looks awful. What do you think of her? I talked about Sunny yesterday. I was not aware of the sentencing date, but I do know that she pleaded no contest to her charges and the related charges stemming from that accident that took the life of that 75-year-old man. So I hope she gets the max, which apparently is 25 years, but her pleading out as a no contest might lighten her sentence a little bit. We don't know. But yeah, I said yesterday, when you look at Sunny and look at that thing that was in the courtroom the other day and realize that that was the most downloaded woman on the entire internet back in 1996, that is the very image of what addiction can do to you and what it can do to your body. And yeah, she's... and on top of that, she's just a terrible person. So I hope Sunny gets the max. Tito, of course, is doing well. He was sitting right behind me on the table. He was perfect. He was sitting there like a little statue, and then he jumped down right before we went live, and now he's back under my feet where he tends to like to be. Let me see who else we got in here. Mike, good to see you. I'm trying to hit all the channel members first, along with JJ Leg OG. What's going on, man? Appreciate the $5 from you, too. 2002 was my favorite year in WWE. Unforgiven was in September that year, so I had to go with this for my recommendation. This was you. That's right. I think it was you, JJ. Well, I'm glad I took your suggestion because you've been with us for a long time, and we always like to hook up JJ when he wants something. So I'm glad that JJ is. I think there was more than one of you that suggested this one, but I'm glad that this was one of the ones that you recommended, AJ, for sure. Let me see if there's anybody else. MJ Parker, 7-month member now, man. My God, I am working. I got to finish it up tonight. I'm working on a new member video and some tiers and just updating some of the stuff and cleaning it up from a year ago. I'm kind of doing that right now, but my God, is my life busy at my job because it's summertime. So I'm just trying to run YouTube and run that at the same time. It can get a little hairy sometimes, but I am working on some stuff. So much stuff is just like queued up and backed up that I have to edit and finish up. Just a lot of work. I need an assistant is what I need to push out this GMW content. You know what I mean? But good to see you, MJ. Hope you are doing well as well. Let's backtrack now and say hi to Ben Espinoza, Ray Fran, T85 Backup, Justin Kong Lang. Good to see you. My friend AJ Daniels is here as well. Trayvon Williams is here. And we've got Serge. Good to see you. William Cullen. Good to see you as well. Big J in the house. And Andy Linnell. Always great to see you guys. Smitty, you too. We've got David Brown. We've got Rodrigo. We are Pro Wrestling. I might have a question for you. So be on standby. Please hold. Stay tuned. I'm definitely going to have some questions. Smitty, is this where Steph performs some HLA? I think. I don't really remember what happens here. I don't really think that Stephanie's going to full on bow chicka bow wow or anything like that, but something definitely goes on here with Eric Bischoff and his wacky ass ideas back in 2002, because I believe around this time, Bischoff would have only been in the company for what, maybe 3 months, something like that, maybe less. So he was brand new around these times. Back then. Fox Star Killer, thank you so much for that dancing fist bump, $3. Appreciate that as always. And William, thank you for the 5 from you. Are the Saturday nights main events going to continue? Yes, and they're going to continue this week. I just got to put all that together. A lot of that's going to be figured out tonight because we have All In next Sunday, so no watch along a week from today. I think maybe on Saturday we'll do a Saturday night's main event watch along during the day. And I'm going to do predictions for All Out probably on, or I'm sorry, All In. Keep getting them confused. Probably going to do predictions on Thursday or Friday. So tonight after the watch along, Sunday nights is one of my nights to work on YouTube stuff. So I'm going to hammer out the schedule for the rest of the week. I'll put a link up for tomorrow's Raw review. We'll try to come up here and review Raw since we weren't here last week. Then we'll be up here midweek or near the end of the week to predict the pay-per-view, and then we'll be here for a review of the pay-per-view next Sunday, and probably that members-only Saturday night's main event picking back up on Saturday. And then the next available date, Elizabeth is going to join me for a big John Cena watch-along. So that's what's coming up this week. So just stay tuned. William, thank you for that. And Mike, 6-month member now. Fall Brawl watch-along for September would be fun. Yes, it would, and we will do that. We will do a Fall Brawl for sure. We just got to find one. But I've been running my mouth long enough. We usually like to keep these streams confined within 3 hours. So as long as we hit play here in the next minute or two, we will be within that range, and that is good. Hopefully during this time, you've headed over to your Peacock and pulled up Season 5, Episode 1 of WWE Unforgiven. Again, it's year 2002. And get your fingers queued up on the play button. We're going to do a countdown from 3. And then we are going to hit play, and I'm going to open up my Modelo Negro that I have. Negra Modelo tonight is what I'm going to be drinking, and then I have a Stella in the refrigerator as well. And yeah, cheers, rock and roll. Here we go. All right, my fingers on the play button and the timer. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, play. That's how we do it. But you guys already know that because you're here every damn week. All right, ready to rock? Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play. Rock and roll. All right. Tonight is a night. Don't skip this intro or nothing like that. It's so humid. This beer is so, this beer has been sitting out already for about 10 minutes. I'm going to put this back in the fridge and grab the Stella because it's probably gotten a little warm. Hold on. All right. Yeah, we are not used to the humidity here, and this tropical storm's brought a ton of it, so it's hot in here. Oh, yeah, that's right. So this would have been right after the World Heavyweight title was brought back. I kind of forgot about this because I remember he gave it to Triple H right after SummerSlam. And so was Triple H already the official champion at this point, and he's defending against Rob Van Dam, or is this match between these two for the new championship? I forgot how it went. I would have liked to see Rob Van Dam as world champion. Yes, this is the beginning of the Reign of Terror. It is, Ray. This is where it all began. I was a big Triple H fan. I was surprised he turned heel the way he did in 2002. He came back as such a monster babyface. There's Brock. Oh, yeah, Brock's got to face Taker. And whatever happens here is what sets up their Hell in the Cell match the next month, I believe, right? Oh, my gosh. I don't know much about this undercard. I mean, I looked at it the other day, but now I've forgotten already. I kind of like to be surprised. It's fun. Always two big Brock Lesnar matches that I had a chance to go to and I didn't, that I regret. One was the Iron Man match with Angle on SmackDown, and the other was that match with Hogan, which was in Richmond. a building that I've been to many times, and for some reason I did not go to that show. That's where Brock wiped the Hogan blood on him. Really regret not going to that show. All right. Unforgiven. Here we go. $5 more from Fox Star Killer. Thank you, dude. What a relief. I have to work 12 to 8:30 next Sunday, so I wouldn't have been here for a watch along. Yeah, we're going to be doing a all-in review next Sunday, which, hell, we could probably actually finish before watch along time and still do one, but I don't know. That's going to be tough to pull off next week, so we're just going to plan on the all-in review because it will be airing earlier here. Oh, yeah, that's right. They're in L.A. They're at Staples. Right on. I forgot about that. Oh, the Un-Americans. I mean, it's a pretty good-looking faction. I mean, look at this here. You got Christian, you got Regal, Storm, and, of course, our friend Test. 3 Canadians and Regal. 3 Canadians and a Brit. So this is, what, an 8-man? I mean, this is the whole damn faction here. They got the flag upside down. I love that. It's tough for me to get used to this move that Bischoff made, moving the announcers back. Boring Lance Storm. Ben, Lance Storm is a charisma volcano. Ric Flair wishes he had Lance Storm's charisma. There will be no Lance Storm slander on this chat. You out of your mind? Yes, Booker, I can always dig it, man. Anytime you're around, I'm digging it because I like you. I met Booker on the Jericho cruise. He's a large man. Never met Booker before until then. And I was pretty amazed by his size. I'm like, oh yeah, when I looked at him, I'm like, yeah, you could probably beat me up. Most likely, anyway. Yeah, Booker T would start his journey, into the next year's WrestleMania, where things would not go so well. Goldust is like, this is familiar. Haven't I been in a giant tag team match with other people that hated America before? Weren't we in Calgary or something? Booker, you weren't there, but I was. I have no idea who these guys' partners are, so it's Goldie and Booker. Who else? Dudley's. I should have known. I could have guessed that if I would have just waited a second and thought about it. So we've already done the... Oh, no, it's just one of them. That's right, because we did the draft. So we got a Deke and Devon or whatever the fuck happening on SmackDown, right? I forgot about the brand split. So the pay-per-views at this time, they were co-branded. So they will switch between Cole and Taz and Lawler and Ross. Kane. Okay, Kane is the person. Here he comes. What are we, less than a year maybe away from the mask coming off too, huh? I always love the way Jim, he didn't say it here, but he would a lot of times say that about Undertaker. He's 6'10" and a half. It's like that's how a little kid tells their age. How old are you? I'm 6 and a half. 6'10" and a half. Like, for a company that exaggerates and embellishes so much, that's such a funny thing to not exaggerate and to not round off. Instead of making Undertaker 6'10" and a half, just make him 6'11". Or 7 feet, like they've sometimes called him. They disrespect our country. Don't be doing that now. Don't you be kneeling during our theme song. It's too precious. It's too sacred. Look at that. Like, can we pause here and just like look at the talent? Like the smallest star in this whole thing is probably Test, and he's not even that small of a star. He was around during a very popular era. I mean, every one of these guys, probably except for Test, is a Hall of Famer. I don't think Lance Storm has made it in, but I kind of feel like he's a Hall of Famer. Ooh. Christian for sure is. Dustin for sure is. So we got two TNA wrestlers. I'm sorry, why do I always do that? We got two AEW wrestlers in the ring facing each other right now. Well, let's see. Is it Test? Test's our only, the only fellow who is no longer with us, right? Everybody else is alive and well. I think Christian and Bubba and Dustin are all still semi-active. Bubba gets in the ring every now and then, doesn't he? Lance Storm, I think, could wrestle if he had to. Regal's probably done wrestling, but he's still the fucking man. And Booker, I'm sure, could throw a scissor kick and a spin-a-rooney if you asked him to. So could Kane. I think everybody in this match, maybe with the exception of Regal, could work a match if they had to. That's pretty incredible. This is a 21-year-old show. Yeah, JJ, and there ain't a jabroni in the ring. There really isn't. This is a tremendous 8-man. And I like everybody in the match, too. I mean, as a wrestler, as their careers, there's nobody in this match whose career I didn't enjoy to some level, you know? Like, I might not have been the biggest Test fan or even the biggest Bubba fan, but there was plenty about their careers that I enjoyed. The person in the ring that I'm the least fan of is the referee, Nick Patrick. Your dumb face. It's mostly his face. I just want to punch it repeatedly. Just looking at it makes me angry. Jesus. Test laying in the elbows on Goldust there. Ooh. Up, Booker. Booker and Test. Son of a bitch, there is a fly in here. That's the last thing I want. I'm going to kill this bastard. Yo, man. He's flying, buzzing around my head. I'm going to kill him. Tito. No, Tito's asleep. Tito's great at hunting bugs. Go get him, Tito. Kill him. Rip his wings off. Looking outside. Yeah, we got a little bit of wind, a little bit of rain, but still, the Hillary is staying at bay. Glad I did not want this storm to ruin streaming nights, you know? Oh, Booker's going to do the honors on the What's Up. I like how Bubba just found the other black dude. Although Booker will probably be pretty good at this. Yeah. Oh. Nice. Hey, Booker actually executed that maybe a little bit better than Devon. He came in more torpedo-like. Bubba, don't. No, Booker, don't do it. Well, at least Bubba's helping. I like how he goes, Booker, get the tables. I like the way Booker delivered the What's Up headbutt. Oh, God, what are they doing? Oh. Well, that was dumb. We want tables. It's 2023 and fans are still chanting, we want tables. You can have 19 ladders and a bed of nails in the ring, and these idiots will be like, we want tables. Smitty, yeah, Mexico got hit pretty hard. Baja California got hit pretty hard. Lots of flooding. Our streets were a mess. I did run out a little while ago to get some lunch and to pick up a couple of beers because I didn't have any in the house. And the streets are gnarly out there. A lot of water flooding in, rushing in, but nothing overwhelming. But I think Baja got it really bad. Nice snap mare by Christian. Yeah, Jim Ross said the same thing. That was really well done. And well took by Booker. Booker would have been a great get. I mean, he's a great get anyway, but I mean, if he would have been able to come into WWE like when Jericho did or something, like 99, maybe even 98, that would have been interesting. Maybe not 97 because WWE was dumb back then. They would have just put him in the Nation or something. But maybe a year or two later, I think it would have done really well there. Shades of Jack Briscoe. Cody does that move too. Spiny, a big one. It's a lot of hands to tag there, Booker. Which one are you going to pick? Kane? Yeah, Kane. Oh, what a backdrop. Jesus. Kane was probably my favorite big man. Ugh. His political views make me want to take a shit out of my mouth. But in terms of his in-ring career, Kane was, to me, better than just about all the big men. I liked him so much better than Kevin Nash in terms of what he could do in the ring. And it blew my mind. It took them forever to finally get a gimmick that worked with him because I'm like, he's better than Nash. He's better than Sid. He's arguably better than Undertaker in the ring. Certainly looks better physically. Oh my God, that's amazing. That's insane. Whew. Fucking pump handle slam finisher thing that Tess just gave to Kane. There's the scissors. All these guys are in such good shape because they're so young back then. That scissor kick was beautiful. Everything's so crisp. Wow, look at that. Oh. Let me see if I can angle. I think I can angle the webcam to the floor. Let's do a $200 super chat. I'll try a spin-a-rooney right here on the stream for you. And it's going to be bad. You will not get your money's worth, just so you know. Ugh. Oh, Booker. Oh, Book. Oh. I tried to send a super chat last night to a Patreon, somebody that I support on Patreon. They're up late night doing a stream, and I was like, I'll just say hi, send them a little thing. And it denied it because my bank, there's the Shattered Dreams. I tried to do it twice, and I'm like, it's been, your payment's declined. I'm like, why the hell is it declined? What the hell are you talking about? And I was like, I'll just forget it. Didn't think much of it. And like, maybe it's just glitching out or not working. Today, I get a notice from my bank. You can't use your card. We've detected fraud. It thought it was fraud. That's why I denied it. I'm like, no. So I didn't even get to send my super chat. I was so sad. Oh, that's it. He won it for America. Ooh, Pyro was late. Back in those days too, man. I sat close to the ring in the first like 4 or 5 years of Kane's career. and felt that pyro a lot. Bubba Ray just getting some. Oh no, he's got the American flag out. This is America. Yeah, it's our flag. Yeah. You do not turn it upside down because that makes us real mad, and we might write a country song about it. Don't bring any gay beer in here, or we'll shoot it, and then we'll drink it at a concert after that. Pretty sure Fox News thinks that the hurricane and the earthquake happening at the same time was God punishing Southern California for being gay. Expect some sort of story like that on their channel. The woke mob, the radical left is causing hurricanes out here. Something like that. They usually say stupid shit like that. Oh, it's 3-minute warning? Oh, it's Billy and Chuck in 3-minute warning. Okay, I remember now. Redemption. Yeah. French kiss a lesbian. They wrote that line. A writer put that in. Who was that? Guy Wirtz? Who wrote that? Ew. Okay, so Stephanie, this seems like a lose-lose for you. So if she loses, if Billy and Chuck lose, it's HLA for her. If Billy and Chuck win, she has to allow Eric Bischoff to put his disgusting face on her bare ass. I'd probably take the HLA over that. I mean, Stephanie is acting like one is a much better option than the other, but the wrong one. Like, think about it. If you're a woman and you can either have two hot chicks on you, or you can have a grotesque man that you don't like put his face on your ass, I think you'd choose the sexy girls, the sexy babes, right? Women, Angie, anybody else in the chat can vouch for me here. Do I have this right? Okay, so this is Jericho and Ric Flair. That's cool. That's kind of crazy. We got a Ric Flair and Chris Jericho one-on-one match at SummerSlam that I kind of forget about sometimes. And Jericho is now the Intercontinental Champion again. I have watched Jericho win the Intercontinental title twice in person. He's won that thing a lot. I watched him and Benoit trade it a couple times. That was awesome. Hey, they're doing it again. We're getting the 92 theme. Din din. I don't know why they do this, but I'm glad they were doing it back then. Honestly, I like this theme better than Space Odyssey. This reminds me of 92. Unless it's dubbed. I don't know why it would be, but... Yeah, Justin, I don't really remember what happens in the HLA, so I'm hoping that it's something good. I mean, I know Stephanie loses because I went and searched out a thumbnail for this, but still, I don't really know what happens. Well, I would assume since Jericho tapped out to Flair at SummerSlam that Jericho will win here because I know that Ric Flair does become Intercontinental Champion. I know he wins the title, but I know it's not here. I think he wins it a year or two later, right? All right, Jericho and Flair. Look at Ric Flair in them purple boots. Oh, what? Jericho's IC title still has WWF on it? I could see that. I mean, the name change was brand new, don't forget. This is September. The name change happened in May. So they probably haven't had time to change everything yet. They're probably getting their new belts made and all that shit. They're probably in the process of that right now. Changed their turnbuckle pads, did all the digital stuff, and all of that. I remember way back in the day when this happened, reading, I don't remember what the number is now, but reading some sort of story about how much money it cost WWE to make this change, just overall in their marketing and, changing their logo and back editing their library and things like that. It cost them millions and millions of dollars. This loss to the fucking panda fuckers. Oof. Smitty, is Sean on this pay-per-view? Probably not, because Triple H hit him with the sledgehammer at the end of their match at SummerSlam, and he wouldn't return until that Elimination Chamber. Who's that fly again? So no, I would say no on HBK here. Although I do as little research as possible. Like I did glance at the card when I was there. Oh, he's on top of my webcam, so I can't hit it. He landed right on the camera. So I like to do a little research just when I'm picking the show, but it was like a glance through the results, and I didn't really retain a whole lot of what happened, and that's what I like. I really like watching these on Sundays when I kind of don't know what's happening. Man, I was living an interesting life in 2002. What is the date on this? Let me look it up real quick. September 22nd. Okay, so this would have been about 2 weeks after my 25th birthday, where we had a massive house party. We had flyers made. It was called Keggers with Gregors. It was amazing. So many people. And we just partied. It was kind of a joint birthday. Me and two other people were also turning 25. There was like 3 of us. And it was just this big bash. One of the best birthdays I've ever had. I was probably still hungover from that, watching this. Oh my goodness. Oh, what a bump. What a bump. Damn, Jericho. What do they say? Hops? He's had some hops. Ups. That's what the kids say, right? Do they still say that shit? Jericho got up there though. That was a Kurt Hennig level bump over the top. Tatanani, you were 35. Damn, man, you old. Your social security number is 1. I don't know when the King of the World theme started for Jericho, but yeah, I think it was 2002. It appeared like he came out to his normal shit here. But whatever time it was that they released that CD, I did not like that. I like WWE, the music, Full Metal, Volume 2, 3, and 4, and then after 4, I was done. Didn't like Pie, didn't like Forcible Entry or any of that other stuff they did. I just kind of like the good old Jim Johnson stuff, you know what I mean? Oh, holy shit, Foxstar Killer for a second. I thought I had to do that spinneroonie. Thank God. Thank you so much. That's a very generous $20 drop from you. Thanks again, man. According to some comments on a Facebook group I'm a part of, the Raw the night after Breakdown 98, yes, I remember, used the Winged Eagle as a placeholder because the Attitude Era belt was being repaired after Austin broke one of the side plates. Well, you have answered a question that I've long asked because I remember that Raw. And I remember when they had it in the case in the ring and Vince was going to like present it or whatever he was going to do. It's like, why is the Winged Eagle title in there? And I never really knew why. I never knew why. So I guess that was why. But I still thought, why would they use the Winged Eagle? Why wouldn't they because Austin had the smoking skull by that point. So why wouldn't they just put the big blue in there and not the wing, But because Austin wouldn't have had that Attitude Era belt, he would have had the smoking skull. So I thought maybe they didn't have the big blue, maybe they didn't lost it, maybe Austin had it at his house and it wasn't available, and so they just put the Winged Eagle in there. Because if a side plate was broken on his smoking skull belt, then you just put the big blue in there, the Attitude Era belt. But if the side plate was broken on the Attitude belt, then maybe put the smoking skull in there. The choice to put the Winged Eagle in there was always weird to me. So thank you for clearing some of that up, possibly, Fark Star Killer. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Tapping. I talked all the way through that finish almost. Yeah, so they had the doctor coming down there, and Jericho's dancing around. He's duped out. See, now Flair can be disappointed all he wants that he lost this match here, but he should give the nod to Jericho, be like, well, that's the way I've won a lot of matches, so yeah. Yeah, Ric Flair, dirtiest player in the game. There's this thing, it's called karma. One thing I've always hated in wrestling is when people point to their brain to say that they're smart. Okay, that's what we missed when we were talking about the side plates there. So Jericho tweaked his knee, faked it, hopped right up. Flair turned his back like a moron, and then boom, walls of Jericho, and Flair knows it. He should have tried to. He tapped right away. He did that in the sharpshooter too. Tapped like a bitch. 2 seconds. Smart. Pointing to your brain means you're smart, in case you didn't know. Oh, wow. Rest in peace. Rest in peace to big bloodline members there. Rosie is Roman Reigns' brother, right? Umaga is Yoko's brother. Who the fuck is Umaga? Or is he oh, I forgot about Rico. Rico Law. Not only am I the manager of 3 Minute Warning, I will be the death of Donald Trump. Rosie's not Umaga. Jamal is Umaga. Right? Hot. Lesbian. Action. Oh my God. Okay, this is crazy. So Rico. Oh, wait, never mind. It hasn't even come out yet. I'm wrong. Rico looks like he was wearing one of the same shirts that Uncle Rico wears in Napoleon Dynamite. With that thing there. I think that's just a coincidence because Napoleon Dynamite wouldn't come out until 3 years after this. Shaq is in the house. NBA champion Shaq at this point, right? Lakers were probably defending champions around this time. One more year, my Pistons are going to fuck you up, Shaq. You wait. Check out Will Sasso right behind those guys. An ex-girlfriend of mine became really good friends with him. Hopefully they didn't hook up. They probably did. Latino. Well, this is good. Eddie's here, and it's 2002 Eddie, which means he's already come back from the company. He's already had his firing, his rehab, his return, all that stuff when the Radicals ratted him out. Oh, Edge and Eddie, or Eddie and Edge, I should say. Nice. I feel like the wedding would have been before this, right? Where Bischoff tore off the makeup. Has that already happened? Because I feel that wedding is what would have led to this match, but I don't know. I don't even think they're editing Rob Zombie here. Cool. See, I was thinking if Edge did go to AEW, they could use the Rob Zombie theme. Tony'd pony up for that. I did like the Rob Zombie theme way better than like his original theme. We just peek outside. It's cool, man. It's just a rainstorm, is all this is. So I'm very glad Hillary did not wreak havoc. Whenever I see an HLA truck, I still scream out lesbian action to this day. In public, I hope so. I just did a few days, actually. That's awesome. I just did a few days ago, actually. That's awesome, Michael. Thanks for being with me for a year, man. Oh yeah, throw out your suggestions. I've decided I'm gonna change the tiers. I'm only gonna have 3 tiers now in the memberships. We're just gonna do your family now. That's the joining tier, and then 2 others. And I want to change the name of the Kayfabe Brothers and Shoot Brothers. Let's keep your family now the way it is. But for all you Shoot Brothers and all you Kayfabe Brothers, I want to change the name of these 2 tiers. I don't want to do like Legend and Hall of Famer or anything like that. I'm trying to think of something clever. So if you have anything fun to throw out there, let me know, because I'm in the middle of updating some of that stuff this week. So I want to change the names of tiers, things like that. Keep the membership simple. Because really all it's about is just supporting and showing your support, and me trying to give you as many members only videos as I can. We're going to get through those Saturday night's main events too, I promise. I think I've only been to, I guess I've been to 3 wrestling shows at Staples. That's all. Went to WrestleMania at SoFi, went to Dynamite at the Forum, and we'll be attending Full Gear at the Forum this year as well. So if any of you live in LA or Southern California and are going to Full Gear, we're going to be doing a meetup that day prior to the show. We'll just have to find a time and place, but that's probably going to be the plan. Oh, God, these guys are so prime time in their careers. I mean, oh my God, what a DDT. So Edge was probably on the verge of getting hurt here, right? Maybe a few months later, early 03. And Eddie, I think, was top of his game around this point. Three days off a concussion. Hopefully that's a work concussion, not a shoot concussion. You need way more than 3 days. You know, when you see some wrestlers try to mimic the Eddie Guerrero, suplexes, nobody has that like just level of grace and athleticism that he had. Like nobody does it right. It's kind of like the sharpshooter. Like I always thought, just Brett did it best. Nobody even comes close to doing it. Cesaro does a pretty good one, but Eddie with those, the way he just delivers those suplexes, where he barely even needs his other hand to get you up, is just impressive. Serge, you were here at this one? You were at Unforgiven? That's cool. My family was living here, but I was not. I was still in North Kakalaki at this time. I kind of didn't catch why. This isn't for a championship, right? This is just Eddie and Edge. They haven't shown too many, at least I don't think yet tonight. They haven't shown too many like replays of SmackDown and Raw stuff. Okay, Edge's thinks we are pro wrestling. Edge's injury took place days later during their. Oh, okay, so he got injured here shortly, but he would wrestle through February. Jesus. Or until February. Damn, yeah. And then he was gone for that full year, came back right after WrestleMania 20. Missed 2 WrestleManias because of that. Hmm. Oh, wow, yeah. SmackDown hadn't even started their tag titles yet by this point. It's interesting. Yeah, I kind of forgot when all that stuff started. Mm. Oh, down goes Eddie. Edge just hit him with a right hand. Took his ass down. I mean, so far, it's a pretty stacked card. I mean, that 8-man tag was just loaded with Hall of Famers. We just had Jericho and Ric Flair for a championship, and now we got Eddie and Edge do the best ever. So far, our only deceased wrestlers would be Test and Edge, I believe, or Test and Eddie, excuse me. Jesus, Eddie, chill, man. Well, if Edge went to AEW, he could be Edgy, Edgy Guerrero. Yeah, Edgy might work. He's edgy, or Ledge, or Sledge. Oh, look at Eddie. It's pretty cool how Eddie was kind of sneakily unraveling the turnbuckle pad. Tells Jimmy Cornette to kiss his ass. Oh, got some Eddie ass crack. That's always good. Usually, if you can get a glimpse of Eddie Guerrero's ass crack once a week, it's recommended. So you guys have met your quota. I mean, maybe he could be Adam Edge or something. I don't know. I don't know how it would work, but I don't know what to make of the possibility of Edge going to AEW. I do like that things like this come up because it does give you something to speculate about and talk about. I do miss that from the WWE and WCW days because we were talking all the time about guys jumping. I remember being convinced that Bobby the Brain Heenan was going to be at WrestleMania 12. And when he wasn't, I was disappointed. Because every time WCW would shit on WWE on Nitro, Bobby wouldn't say a word. He just never really participated in the in the more vicious type of insults. He might say things like WCW is the best because that's just what anybody would say. But he never was like, what a bunch of idiots they are up there. He never really got into that. Oh, I do like Edge's gear. Very colorful. Eddie and Edge's gear both. A lot of wrestlers had gear like that. Benoit too. Just like trunks, long boys with flame sharp looking things on them. You know, like a lot of guys had that, did that. The modern look that I don't like. Oh, nice power bomb. Is when wrestlers' gear has like a belt, like Bobby Lashley or maybe Cody. Well, Cody does the weight belt, but anything that actually looks like has a belt, you know, I prefer just what Eddie and Edge are wearing, not something that needs a belt around it. I just think it looks weird and feels like it hinders your movement a little bit. I wouldn't want that thing on me if I was wrestling. I mean, it's still probably better than wrestling in jeans, but I don't like the belt thing. Oh, that was right on the chin too. Edge almost speared the turnbuckle, but he missed. Execution. I hate that I know secondary moves. It's a pet peeve of mine. Every wrestler should have one name for their finisher, and that's it. Oh, Eddie with the foot on the ropes. The missile drop kick is what I feel like we're going to get from Edge here. Yeah. No, he missed. Eddie, your hair is something else, man. It's wild. Oh, there's the turnbuckle. I knew that would come into play. Edge reverses. Yep. Oh, and a spear. Good. Oh, oh no, sunset power bomb. Oh my God. Holy shit. That is a finish, boys and girls. You knew too. I was like, he's gonna sunset power bomb him. And oh, did he ever. What a win. It's probably one of the more entertaining non-title matches that you'd see out of WWE. That's awesome. Jesus. Oh, what a bump. Pulls the tights. Little Eddie Edge ass crack, little Edge ass crack. It's a good day. HLA still to come. Appreciate WWE really spreading out the goods to us there. One thing I didn't like at this time in 02 was when Triple H shaved his beard. I thought his beard looked good. I thought it made him look badass. He looked like a prick now. He looked like a roided up version of his blue blood self. Oh, look, it's RVD. And Flair. Flair's mad. Sad. Well. If it isn't RVD, where the fuck do you expect to find in here? Wrestler's locker room. Triple H, you have no fucking idea how less cool you are than Rob Van Dam. He thinks he's cooler. He's not. You take Triple H and Rob Van Dam to any party, and RVD will get more numbers. 100%. Right, ladies? Back me up. Juliet, I think you're the only one. Triple H is a douchebag. He's cocky. RVD's chill, laid back, polite, kind. Probably he's got a little Little green gimmick in his back pocket to share with the group. He can do the splits. Triple H doesn't stand a chance. Phone numbers be flying at Rob Van Dam's face. Triple H be sitting by himself over with the nerds. Yeah. A little tease of Evolution. Okay. Okay, so this is a interpromotional match. Billy and Chuck, Jamal and Rosie, Stephanie and EB in the corners. Yeah, we were getting ready to head into Evolution right there, Fox Star Killer. So they're planting the seeds for Flair to go heel and start backing up Triple H. I thought that was a great pairing, honestly. Oh, yeah, so this all happened already, the wedding thing. That was well done. I didn't watch it live, but when I saw it, I thought it was pretty good. Stephanie. Or 3 minutes, so good. I mean, that was such a good match. I didn't recognize him. The fans did not know. Nobody saw this coming. It's not like fans were like, oh, that's Bischoff. Like, you really couldn't tell. Oh, Samoan dropped to Steph. Ouch. And his Raw henchman. Oh, no. What's this? Equality? What are we protesting? Girl power. Oh, Lord. A horde of lesbians. Oh, 2002, man. Oh. Oh, Stephanie's one of them. She's undercover boss. Oh, they've got Eric. What are they going to do to him? Doomsday device him? They are. Oh, I forgot that was their finisher. They get to beat up. 3-minute warning. TNN. Oh my God, I forgot about TNN. All those years on USA Network and WWE took like that 3-year break. Rico. Nice outfit. It's crazy how much he looks like Roman Reigns, too, doesn't he? And I hope WWE doesn't edit out the finish here. They won't. Oh, I forgot about the song. My God. So weird. Billy and Chuck. They got like publicity out of this too. I think they were like on the Today Show over this nonsense. I do appreciate that Billy was just down for anything. He's like, yeah, whatever. Former member of DX, but that's cool. I'll do this. Kiss Stephanie's derriere. What year were you born, Michael Cole? 1830? Your derriere. My God. Stephanie has to perform HLA tonight. Okay, so Rico isn't wearing an Uncle Rico shirt, but I thought he was for a minute because he had that jacket on, and I thought his shirt was Uncle Rico style. But Napoleon Dynamite hadn't even come out yet. That fly, I'm telling you. If y'all weren't here right now, oh, there, he's on my light. He's on my light. I can get him. I can get him. I'm pretty sure I got him, but now he's in the carpet. And I'll never find him. Hopefully I got him. Nope, he's alive. Motherfucker. Land on it again. See what happens. It's gonna be me versus the fly for the rest of the stream. It's the dark match on Unforgiven. Greg versus Fly. Maybe the main event actually. Tito is completely asleep under me, and he loves this. He lives for this type of shit. Back in my old apartment, I'd let him out on the balcony, and he'd go out there and like kill moths, and then he'd bring him in and show him to me, like proud, and he'd put him down, and then he'd torture it, pull the wing off, pull a leg off. He's vicious, man. Don't cross Tito. Boy's got no heart. But he was proud. He wanted to show his dad what he did. And then he's like, well, now watch me torture him. And he just keeps him alive for as long as he wants him to be alive, and then he ends them. The commitment ceremony, I forgot. I mean, after this, Chuck would have to, after the Billy and Chuck thing, they would try to repackage him as like an American Badass clone, right? That lasted like 6.5 minutes. No, Mike, Bub would notice a bug flying around and might maybe chase it, but not like Tito. Tito full blown hunts him. But Tito's old now. Tito's 10. He's fat ass and he's sleeping below me. He doesn't even give a shit anymore. But he's much more, if he sees it, he's likely to go hard on it and chase it. Like I have those laser pointers, the cats go nuts for. Tito will still chase it, but Bub near the last like 3 years of his life didn't give a shit. He'd see it, but he like knew that it wasn't that I was doing it. So he no longer cared. But Tito will still chase the laser. I didn't know that Rosie played with Emmett Smith. That's a cool stat. What's this, moonsault? Oh, no, Vader bomb. Oh, wow, a second row moonsault from that big feller? Damn. When he didn't go to the top, I just assumed it would be a Vader bomb. He moonsaulted? That's pretty impressive for somebody that big. Hearing Cole say that is just so fun. Wow, all them Samoans could do that. Rikishi could do that. The way they can sell that the clothesline. I'm actually surprised. I thought Bischoff and Stephanie would be out here. Oh, nope. You idiot. It's like getting hit with two typewriters. A lot of kids today might not know what a typewriter is. Big splash. I love this. Oh, wow. Oh, no. Oh, big super kick from Palumber. And Umaga takes out Chucky. Now, come on, give him the Samoan spike. Get a Solo Sikoa run in. Solo Sikoa is probably 6 right now watching this. Famouser. Oh no, Rico. Oh. Damn, he got leveled. Jesus, what a bump by Rico. Oh, this is going to be it. Hit their finisher. Is it the Samoan? Yeah, the Samoan drop thing. I love that. He would do that as Umaga, too. He'd throw him up in the air and boom. So good. All right. It's time. Get your ass out here, Stephanie. Yeah, as Michael Cole says, in case you didn't remember what the name of it was. For those in the back, hot lesbian action is what we're talking about here. Fox Star Killer chiming in with 10 more. Thank you for that drop, my friend. You've been great tonight. After this match, Chuck Palumbo gets repackaged as a member of the Full-Blooded Italians. That's right, with Johnny the Bull and Nunzio, while Billy just goes back to being Mr. Ass. Ooh, who do we have here? These are 3 of the most top-rate extras I've ever seen. Well done. You got a great selection. But you're not the ones that are going to be out there. Which one of you lesbians? Eric Bischoff, you are from fucking Wyoming. You've never seen a lesbian. I love this town. Are you sure you do, Eric Bischoff? Look, oh, we know Lawler loves it. God, I hate Lawler so much. I hate shaved chest Lawler. He's the worst. Did you see that lesbian in the pink? My God. Oh my God. This fucking company, man. I swear. Gotta get them lesbians. We got lesbians. Oh. Hey, did they edit out the HLA? Oh, that's a shame. Maybe it happens later or something. That makes me sad. Okay, so it happens way later. Oh my God. So you mean to tell me that they just had that match now, but HLA is going to semi-main event this bitch? Oh, 2002. Oh, 2002. What a time. I was about to say, where's HLA? No, they're going to save that. I mean, I was 25. I was the perfect age. Looking back at it as someone who's now 46, it's a bit embarrassing, but five-star Froggy on Jericho. Does he pin him? I hope so. He beat Jericho to get that opportunity, huh? Okay. Oh yeah, I was like about to say, is this the one where he says you can spit some water? You can spit some water. Yeah, I'd probably put. I mean, I know RVD would, go on to win the championship in like '07 and everything, or was it '06? '06. But I still feel like peak RVD was '97 to '03. That 6 year span there was especially good in terms of when I thought he was like at his physical peak, having his best matches, doing shit you didn't think was possible, that type of stuff. That's the chunk of years there that I always remember. Raised in Michigan, lives in Southern California. Sounds familiar. Although I was only partially raised in Michigan, also partially raised in North Carolina. But I live in Southern California with hurricanes and earthquakes happening on the same day. We got John Tenta and Fred Ottman both bearing down on us here. Crazy. Here comes the game. From Greenwich, Connecticut. I forgot he was from there. 97 RVD versus 97 HBK. Holy crap. Well, maybe a 97 RVD does because our 97 RVD was pretty peak physically. In 97 HBK was losing smiles and having a hurt knee and getting his ass kicked by Brett and backstage in the locker room. I think I might tip the hat to RVD there. I mean, Sean did not really have a lot of good matches in 97 except for that Hell in the Cell, I should say. It was pretty fucking awesome. RVD's body work might be stronger. '97 RVD versus '96 HBK would be a way better match. And in that scenario, I'd probably go HBK. Look at him. He's about to spit it. There it goes. Like I know Triple H probably, probably even professionally and personally at the time, he probably looked down at RVD because RVD's chill and laid back and he's not so hyper focused on, his career making absolute the most possible, much money fucking possible, that he can. And he's more of just like kind of going with the flow, loves wrestling, loves what he does, but not really participating as much in the political side of the wrestling business. And I think Triple H and guys like CM Punk too have got mad because Hangman Page doesn't like to take advice from people and stuff. Some people just like to do their job and not take it so fucking seriously, happy with their spots, happy with their money, and not so hell-bent on being the best maybe as some others are. And I think Triple H probably looked down on RVD for that. Triple H. And plus, Triple H, I've seen it with my own eyes. Just because you're big and jacked does not mean you can fight. When I was managing back in North Carolina, we had this fight happening. We never had fights in a restaurant. We're a nice restaurant, but we had several places, and I, throughout the years, had been in charge of various places. Mostly spent my time at one place, but got moved around a couple times. And this one night, this like gigantic dude, trying to think who he looked like, maybe like a Ted Arcidi or something, just humongously thick. Somehow I wasn't in the bar for any of this, but got in some dispute with somebody that was about half of his size. And I'm over in the kitchen and I hear a bunch of commotion and I run over there and I'm seeing the little guy beating the hell out of this guy. Because, and it was just the damnedest thing. And everybody jumped in to pull him apart, our busboys, and a couple of cooks came out, broke it up. But the little guy took him right down. It was like a Jericho and Goldberg type of situation. I remember the owner had asked the next day, he goes, "What the fuck happened in here?" And I'm telling him the story. And he says, like, and he's Egyptian, he has this accent, and he's like, just because you're big doesn't mean you can fight, And I'm like, exactly. Just the way you said it, I always remembered. So Rob Van Dam could probably kick Triple H's ass. That's the whole moral of the story here. Triple H was pretty jacked here. Man, the following year, remember how Triple H's physique would really change? I mean, he had that injury that I think prevented him from maybe doing a lot of working out, but man, he completely lost his definition. He gained weight. He had this big gut. He had to wrestle with those like different type of trunks. Just looked like shit. I can't remember. I kept thinking, like, man, a year ago he looked like a Greek god. He was having the pose downs with Steiner. Remember all that shit him and Scott Steiner did at the beginning of 2003? And then you fast forward to September, how quickly it went away. It was nuts. Got slapped right in the face, Triple H. Was his dad? His dad was not Jean-Claude Van Damme or Cheech and Chong. Come on, RVD. I'm pulling for you. 97 HBK, 97 Pillman. Who wins? 97 HBK. Oh, promo battle. Promo battle. It's going to be close. I think Pillman could hang with him. I think maybe Sean had more experience by that point with mic time in terms of, having that much time on the microphone in the ring type of thing. But I think he would have met his match in Pillman, and Pillman wouldn't have taken too much of his shit. It would have been a good one, though. Would have been a good one, because 97 HBK was when he really started to get the edge. Oh, spit it, RVD. Oh, wow, he's hulking up. Triple H looks very mad. You motherfucker. You can do a lot of things, but do not mock my water spit. Nice arm drag. Now Triple H is pissed and he's walking into moves. And RVD's hot side headlock seems to be doing well so far. He's beating Triple H with about the simplest move you can. I'm not sure how great Pillman's career would have gone after Goldust. He was hurt. He could not. You just watched his matches in '97. Like, he could he was just walking around with a limp. His ankle was just, just a shattered, glued together mesh of bone in his ankle is all he had to stand on. He just didn't. He wasn't flying anymore, and that car accident really kind of ended things for him. So had he not died, I think he probably would have gone back to WCW. But I don't think like a whole lot of championships would have been in his future, because I just don't think physically he could do it. I think he'd be more there to be somebody who occasionally wrestled and was a personality and a mic guy, maybe an NWO member or something like that. But it would have been interesting, to say the least, to see him go back there after the screw job to join Brett, because I don't know when his contract would have ran up, but I think it would have probably been like the next year sometime he would have been able to go there. Or maybe he would have gotten a release from Vince like Davey and Jim Neidhart did. The only one Vince really wanted to keep was Owen. Oh my God. Somersault plancha and nobody home, and RVD barely broke his fall. A whole lot of tailbone on that one. Jesus. I just think even if Pillman went back and went to WCW with Brett, it would have been awesome and a great visual to see them there. But they wouldn't have been pushed. Hart Foundation was the hottest thing going in WWE. You know, nearly the entire faction, 3/4 of it, went to WCW, and they were enhancement talent, no stories. Brett was doing some stuff, but Jim and Davey did nothing. Davey had an injury that would ultimately possibly having to take his life or have an effect on how old he lived to be. What is he doing? Careful, RVD. Be careful. Back again. A few times into the stairs there. Can Earl not count? Earl counts very well. He can get all the way up to 10. I've seen him do it. Well, that was Davey's first run in WCW. I'm talking about the second time after the screw job when they came in '98, and they did a big pile of nothing. But they were physically on the decline, both of them. Davey was a shell of himself. So was Neidhart. But they didn't have a whole lot of motivation to keep themselves in tip-top ring shape because WCW wasn't going to do anything with them anyway. There was going to be no room for Brett to be the size of star he was in WWE and WCW when you had the likes of Hogan and others there. Oh. Last night at work at the restaurant, we had a pretty full house, and we got one of those alerts on our phone, just a warning about the tropical storm and some information, kind of like an Amber Alert thing. So it goes to every phone. And we had a good house in there, and the entire restaurant kind of erupts and cheers. Woohoo! Notification. It was a pretty funny moment. Nice neck breaker. It was good to see the big gold belt back. I mean, and it wouldn't take long for that belt to become, their main event centerpiece. That's another really bizarre thing I've always thought about WrestleMania 20. All that history and coming back to where it all started and how that show was really going to be. I always thought years prior that when we got to WrestleMania 20, it would be quite the celebration with all the WWE greats and all this stuff. And it was very much not what WWE typically does. They had another company's world title as the main event of that show. I mean, technically, the big gold belt was WCW's centerpiece for so many years. And that's the belt that's being defended on the main event of, up until that point, your biggest show ever. And the fact that you're putting guys over like Eddie and Benoit in the main event was just not very WWE. There was no Hogan on that show, even though he'd be at WrestleMania 19 and WrestleMania 21. For some reason, not WrestleMania 20. He was on the outs with them contractually at the time. So I always thought that WrestleMania 20 was kind of a weird one. And it would just be a year and a half after this match? That match would happen? good looking high knee. I've always been a fan of a high knee. High knee was one of the first moves I remember seeing as a kid. A lot of guys in the 70s used it. I remember Beefcake used it. Bobby Eaton had a pretty good one. Triple H had a good one. I used to mimic it with my figures. Nobody's used this in years. Sleeper hold, says Jerry Lawler. Years. Damn, Earl slapping Rob's face. I'm trying to think how many matches we've seen between these two. This is the only pay-per-view match, I think, right? Sorry for waking you up, Tito. Just gave Tito a little rub. Fast asleep. Nice. The game couldn't get his hands up. He got hit right in the jaw. No, the game did get his hands up. He didn't get hit in the jaw. Oh, nice rolling reverse moonsault thunder. Close near fall. Kick to the face or the throat. Oh, yeah, that's right. RVD would be with Triple H in that Elimination Chamber match. Oh, and end up injuring him, right? At Survivor Series. Mike, no, never done a watch along of the September 13th, 2001 SmackDown. That could be a good members only one to do, though. I mean, hell, we're coming up on the anniversary here, so might be good. Oh, nope. I'm about to say Triple H is not in five-star frog splash position, but RVD's still on the top. There's his kick. Flying kick. Not a good cover at all. RVD's getting frustrated. Is he bleeding on the arm? Bleeding on his elbow. Oh, Earl, ref bump. Oh my God, what a bump by Earl. And Earl took a bump. Man, that spill he took through the ropes. I feel like this like flare run out or something. What happens? Get your bearings. I'd agree. Slingshot. I feel like he'll hit the frog splash on him here, and Earl won't be able to count the three. Is that what we're going to get? Oh, Triple H is in a weird position. He'll hit it, though. I wouldn't have bothered pinning Triple H. I would have hit him with the 5-star, went and got Earl, threw him in the ring, got up on the top rope and hit Triple H with another 5-star, and then got the pin. That would have worked. God, wrestlers, you guys are all so dumb. There we go. Low blow. Van Dam purposely turning his back to Triple H. Like in every other sport, in every other profession, you learn with experience. But not in wrestling. You're always going to turn your back when you shouldn't. Oh, there's the sledgy. I love Peter Gabriel. Nice. Who's coming? There's Ric Flair wearing the pay-per-view shirt. Yeah, he's going to nail RBD. Uh-oh. Up. Oh. Triple H looks surprised. So this is all the beginning, huh? This is the beginning of Evolution. I mean, during the DX days, I remember Triple H dissing Ric Flair a few times. But then when Flair gets to the WWE, all of a sudden he was Triple H's favorite. He looked up to him and he cries every time he talks to him. Well, that's not what you said in 97. All about the game and how you play it. Flair's like, give me my belt that I'll give to Triple H now. Was Ric Flair maybe not there? I swear he was wearing guy liner there a few times. I guess in an attempt to look not old. I like them together. That bump Earl took, Jesus, that's how you break a shoulder, man. The look on Triple H's face. Pedigree. Triple H retains his title. No, I don't think he dissed Flair to have a match against him. Although, well, you know, Doug, maybe because the next year it was heavily rumored that Flair was going to come to WWE, but that was only after a dispute with Bischoff that I don't think was known during the time that Triple H was making those comments. Like Tom Selleck, he looks familiar. I don't know who he is though. You got a very distinguished accent there, young fellow. Victor Newman. Who the hell's Victor Newman? I know his face. I just don't know who he is. What's the best pedigree Hunter ever hit? That one in his early days where they damn near turned that guy upside down? That was a pretty good one. Other than that, there's only one that stands out. Royal Rumble 2000. Thumbtacks. Face first. Cactus Jack. I cannot hear you, dude. What are you doing here tonight? Oh, he's with... Oh, Don Marie, you got you some of him? Okay. Billy Kidman seems... How? I don't even know what the point of all that was. Well, I guess they're in LA, so he's an actor. Oh, Days of Our Lives, Young and Restless. One of those. Okay. Yeah, I've definitely seen his face. Trish. Who's Trish wrestling? Oh, yeah. Trish has got a title shot. Go, girl. Oh, against Molly. Oh, tough call, man. I don't know who to root for in this. Since Trish is kind of an asshole right now, let's cheer for Molly. Although Molly's got I'm gonna lose vibes to her. Molly Holly. I miss Mighty Molly. Oh my God, Lawler, I want to punch you in the dick. Well, if I remember right, these matches around this time were pretty short. Let's see how many minutes we get out of these women here. Let's put our stopwatch on. We'll add a few seconds to it. Start. We'll add like 10 seconds to whatever it says. Van Dam got screwed. I'm gonna go. I'm out of this Stella, so I'm gonna go get my Modelo. All right. Well, the match is still going. At least I didn't miss the finish. Hmm. Jesus, what are you guys talking about? Oh, that's right. I'm like, what other match are we missing here other than the main event? It's Chris Benoit and Kurt Angle. What a card on the show, huh? Jesus. Oh my God, Lawler, I want to fucking kill you. What he said, I don't have to be a donor to give her my organ or something. God, I hate him. Or wait, what is that? What's the phrase? What's better than roses on a piano? Tulips on an organ? Ooh, cameraman, good dodge there. Trish almost took him out. Yeah, I'm not sure how Lawler is doing. I mean, he's doing as well as possible, I'm sure. That's right. Oh, yeah, we got Angle and Benoit. And then, of course, we have the semi main event of HLA. Hmm. Wow, nice. Two of my favorite women from this era, too. Always loved Trish. And, of course, we all adore Molly. Oh, small package. German? Nope. Takedown instead. Ooh, nice. Right into the ropes. Good sell by Trish. Yeah, well, I mean, you got to remember too, Mike, we're 5 seasons into Dark Side of the Ring. Or 4. I think we're 4 in. We're a ways in now. They've covered a lot. There's luckily for us, like we don't want stories like Eddie and Benoit and Owen. We don't want a lot of those. So the fact that we've gotten some of the gnarlier ones out of the way, I mean, the Jimmy Snuka chick kick. Nope. They're just they've done all the big ones, I feel like, already. And there's still plenty to do. But if there was another big episode like a Benoit one, they would have already done it. There's really not a big one that's missing unless they did one on Vince McMahon or something like that. But that would be a whole season of itself. You could do a Dark Side of the Ring for every year of Vince's career. Oh. Or you could do it, break it up by decades. Dark Side Vince in the 80s, Dark Side Vince in the 90s. There'd be shit to talk about in each one. The Ring Boy scandal bullshit in the 80s. And the steroid trial in the 90s. And the sale and the Bob Costa shit in the 2000s. Ooh. In the 2020s, it's the hush money and all that crap. Like every decade, Vince is just in some shit. Failing at the XFL. All that stuff. Yeah, Trish beats Molly. I don't want to celebrate Molly losing, though. But Trish wins again. She is once again women's champion. I don't know how many times this makes it for her. 3rd time. Thank you, Jim Ross. Ask and you shall receive. Ooh. Why are we getting a post-match promo? Or they started to do these again back then? Yeah, that was excellent use of TV time there. Trish, poor girl. Winded just won the title. She said absolutely nothing there in the mic. She's like, don't talk to me. I want to point at the crowd now. Man, these are some top-notch 03. Boner Jams 03. Oh, no, this is 02. I'm sorry. This is 2002, chicas. Okay, very good. You're all you girls are in your 40s now. Probably all still looking pretty good. I think that tall brunette's my favorite. Look at Rico, how happy he is. Look, I didn't recognize Rosie back there. Or no, that's Umaga, excuse me. That one in the red, I thought maybe it was Ryan Shamrock. But it's not her, though. Oh, if only I was 25 again, like I was in the year this was happening. Oh, those are the two. Yeah, those are the two he's picking. The one, the brunette there, I'm almost certain was. What did they do at WrestleMania 19? There was something with like Stacy and Tori and other girls or something, and I think she was one of them. Will Sasso's wearing something. Oh, Hardy Boy hat. Oh my God. Our theme song has Vin Diesel on the cover of this. This is great. Peak Benoit and Angle here. They'd have that great match at the Rumble in a few months. Damn, Angle, Benoit, Guerrero. What a... Wish WWE had some trios titles for those guys to win. Holy shit. Could you imagine? Or better yet, Angle, Benoit, and Brock as trios champions. Nobody would beat them. There would be no team that you could ever formulate in wrestling that were all on the roster at the same time that could beat those three guys. They were all on SmackDown too. Like hell, even if you went to the 80s and you got Hogan and Savage and Andre, maybe. Give me a little bit of Randy Savage and Benoit, I'd be pretty happy. But I don't know where you'd find three guys that could beat them. Oh my God, poor Stephanie, you got to feel that Benoit breath on your face. Chris Benoit versus Kirk Angel. Daniel, the Raw titles were bumped to Heat at 19 because of the Miller Girls. Oh, the Miller Girl. Oh, or they had. She was a Miller Girl. They did a co-promotion, right? Miller, was it Miller Lite or Bud Light? I guess it was Miller Lite. Oh yeah. Angle. Freshly bald, just a few months into that new look for him. It suited him well. I am definitely pro bald. I absolutely love being bald. I love not having hair, not having to deal with it. It's the best. And if I was a wrestler, I'd be pretty happy I didn't have some too. It's not going to be in my way, in my face. It's not going to make me hot. They can't pull nothing. Opponent can't pull it. Gagne, Blackwell, and Brashke, no way. I liked all of them, but I'm pretty sure Brock would beat all three of them by himself. Handily. It wouldn't even be, it would be a squash. He wouldn't even need the least bit of help. I think any one of those three could beat all three by himself. He would just stop Gagne and Rashke with his hands, kick Blackwell in the gut, smash the two of them together, then pick up Jerry and hit him with the F5, and then take out Gagne and Baron von Raschke one by one. I mean, Raschke might get a brief claw on Brock, but Brock will just pull his hand off and eat it. And then that will be the end of all three of them. And Brock will have won the match with the hand, fingers, blood, veins, and guts of Baron von Raschke's hand dripping down his chin as he wipes the blood on his chest. That's the way that would go. That's all the people need to know. Oh, yeah. I mean, help me out with pay-per-view matches. List them. I know of WrestleMania 17, Benoit Angle. This one, obviously, in Royal Rumble 2003. Those matches are all good. Were there others on pay-per-view between these two sexy stud muffins? No, I don't think 1980s Haku could take Brock in a real fight. I do not. Well, I've actually talked about this before, Mike. I think Haku has a chance. If you put Haku and Brock in a bar and they fight in a bar, I think Haku has a chance to win. You put Brock and Haku in an octagon, Brock kills him. But in a bar, you got things at your disposal. You got weapons, you got beer bottles. I think Haku might be slightly more vicious, where Brock is more of a trained combat fighter. So maybe it's just about the environment that you're in. But I don't think in a realistic world, Haku beats Brock in any real fight. As much as I love Haku, unfortunately, he's just not a trained fighter. I think Haku could beat any non-trained fighter in a fight, but I don't know if he could beat someone like Brock with all that amateur wrestling and pro fighting experience. I think you'd have to put him in a bar where Haku has weapons at his disposal for him to even have a chance. And it might be a fight to the death if you put him in a bar. Because who's going to step in and break that up? You guys can. I'm not. Careful. Watch your neck. Both you guys watch your neck. That bridge. Can they do it? Oh, my God. That is... I wish we could get a little bit of peak Kurt Angle back, and obviously I wish Benoit never traveled down the road he went down. Benoit, not only did he murder his family and committed a horrid crime, he murdered any chance for us to ever appreciate his work. And that's a punishment he deserves, to be honest, but unfortunately the fans don't deserve it. He deserves to not be remembered. But I hate that it has to be that way. Yeah, good. Yeah, exactly, Juliet. Brock might just, or Haku just might decide to lop off an ear with his teeth. Hey, what's up, Brock? You mind if I bite on that? Thanks. Oh, yeah, Mania 2000, they were in that three-way together. That's right. Backlash 2001 and Judgment Day 2001. No shit. We've watched both of those shows, I think. We've watched Judgment Day. Maybe we haven't. Hell. We have actually maybe never watched either. Yes, we did. We watched Backlash. We did. That was the two-man power trip thing. That might have also been the Duchess of Queensberry match. Judgment Day 2001. What the hell was the... Oh, yeah, that was the night before Triple H's big injury. That's right. Oh, shit. I forgot about the stopwatch. Well, we never found out how long the women's match went. What do you say, Benoit? I hear sirens. Hopefully nobody's hurt. I have the windows open. I can hear the rain, see the wind. Nothing too bad. I can smell the rain. Definitely has a southeastern type of humidity to it here right now that you don't often feel. Oof. And Benoit, I think he came back. So we're in 02 here. We're in September. So Benoit, I remember he came back maybe in like May or June of 2002 and then returned on Raw and turned heel, right? As you hear the police coming, you'll never catch me. Y'all will never catch me. Keep trying. Does it make me a bad person that I still like watching Benoit matches? Yeah, Mike, you're a pretty shitty, horrible person. No, I'm kidding. Of course not. We're watching a Benoit match right now. Does that make me a horrible person? No, I'm fucking fabulous. So no, as long as The only people I don't like are the ones that think he should still go into the Hall of Fame, that type of stuff. You should separate his life and his. No, you shouldn't. Absolutely not. Uh, he cannot go in the Hall of Fame. He never will. He never, ever, ever, ever will. And the fans that make an argument for him to are idiots. But I look at his career in more of a sadness way. Like I'm pissed. I'm disappointed that we can't appreciate it. The WWE is never going to highlight and focus and remember a lot of these matches. It's kind of up to us to watch these classics that WWE will never refer to again, unless it's briefly in passing, talking about Randy Orton's title win or something like that. But Benoit, what blew my mind too about like Benoit's physique is like we all know that he grew up idolizing the Dynamite Kid and he really wanted to pattern his ring style after him. But the fact that he also just happened to be like literally the exact same size and then, or the same height anyway. And then when he started working out, somehow, because when you're like working out, I mean, you can kind of dictate what muscles you want to be big, but you can't really dictate how exactly they're going to look, you know? And so when he finally gets jacked, somehow his physique like perfectly matches Dynamite Kid. He's got the shoulders, he's got the arm, the size, the stature, he moves the same way, you know, and then he just does a perfect job of like mimicking Dynamite's mannerisms in the ring. Everything's just very intense, very crisp, you know, and a lot of intensity and force goes behind every movement that he does. But the fact that he was able to get his physique to look the same, you know, was he so crazy that he was working one specific area? I got to get my ab crinkles to look exactly like Dynamite's. Like everything is really, really similar. Wow, wow, big German. I mean, you could literally insert, you could remove Dynamite from the British Bulldogs in 1986 and put Chris Benoit in there, and you wouldn't know the difference. I think the only thing, well, shit, they still had that too. I was like, maybe Dynamite might have had just a hair more Darby Allin in him, but no, Benoit would be getting nuts too, man. He'd do crazy ass dives, unprotected dives. Dynamite had a heck of a he when he was smaller. I think he was doing things that Benoit couldn't do when he was younger. I think Dynamite was better younger than Benoit was better than Benoit was when he was young. But when he matured, I felt like they were equals. Oh, I love Angle when he takes that German. He did. Man, what a bump. Oh shit, he's gonna do that running thing. Yes. Oh, that's so dangerous, but it pulls it off every time. I mean, that move that Angle does, that running throw from the top, that's some shit you do with your figures, you know, or that I would have done in the 80s. Superhuman type of stuff. Oh, right to the face, kicks to the face. Oh, no. Shoulder breaker. All the way up. You're right in the middle, too, Angle. Oh, nice. Oh, that's brilliant. I mean, it's not really the ankle lock, but he's definitely got an ankle lock. Oh, there you go. That's an interesting counter to the crossface. Wow. Crossface countered into an ankle lock, countered into another crossface with the ankle lock still intact. Benoit is contorted. Man. I mean, imagine being these two guys professionally. It's got to be both a dream and a nightmare to be working with each other because you know each other and can work together well, but you also know you got to beat the shit out of each other. Like, well, I'm in for a long night, but at least we know we're going to tear it up. Now Angle with the crossface on Benoit. Benoit's fucking veins in his shit. Jesus. Look at Kyoto. Look at Kyoto's face. Nope. He's got to break it anyway. Oh, smart, though. Angle didn't let him grab the rope. Oh, Benoit steals a win. Kurt Angle, oh, whenever he's mad, he always looks like he's... Look at him jumping up and down. He looks like a little baby. Benoit's like, yeah, suck it. Was that toothless aggression? That was a great match. Thanks, JJ, and anybody else who recommended this one. You still got HLA, Michael Cole. Oh, God, he's the worst. Who's this schmuck? I forget his name. He sucks. You're the worst looking. Get him out of here. I don't like him. Get out. You look like the Lost in Sync member. Brock. There's that belt y'all all love that I don't like. Brock's undisputed O2 belt.
Sorry for what I did to Undertaker's wife. And I won't be sorry for what I do to Undertaker tonight. Because when you have no remorse, no problem being unforgiven.
Brock, you would get better at promos. Okay, now we are talking. There they are. Bischoff's got his choices. Howard Finkel, legendary WWE ring announcer. Jim Ross thought it was ridiculous. Coming to the ring is Eric Bischoff and the Lesbians. They have no name. They're just together as the Lesbians. We've got a good brunette and a blonde. Both are crazy hot. So have fun, Stephanie. Oh, it's going to be HLA. Oh, I get it. Hot LA night. Like, what the fuck were they thinking? Like, it's just the only way. We got to make sure we keep that male audience tuned in. Just put a set of titties out there for them to all drool over. What's her name? Peach? Oh, Peaches. Okay. Oh, my God. Peaches and cream. A sneak preview, y'all. Okay. Oh no, Eric Bischoff stopped him. You have to bring out Stephanie. Well, you can't do this without Stephanie. Oh, he's changed his mind. Okay. The losing manager of the losing team has to come out. Then we can have HLA. Okay. Because I was about to say, you don't want to just do a HLA without the losing manager, you know? You never want that. Yeah, Fox, you're right. They're desperately trying to keep the Attitude Era alive. That audience that needs this shit. Even when I was at my youngest and most horny, I was not going to the shows to see the bikini contests. That was never a selling point to me. I didn't complain if something like that happened and I got to see Tori Wilson run around half naked, whatever. 23-year-old me thought that was fantastic. But I certainly didn't, that wasn't going to be the primary selling point for me to ever buy a ticket to a WWE show ever. Even when I was a young idiot. So it felt like it was getting a bit old by this point, you know? The fact that the only thing WWE saw women as was sex objects. That's it. Even the women's wrestlers, they couldn't take them seriously. Every one of them had to be in a fucking bikini something pillow fight. They just could not be normal. Oh, menage a trois. Okay. Stephanie, you've had worse offers. If I was Stephanie, I'd take a menage a trois with those two over a night with Bischoff. Okay, those clothes are just really restrictive, you know? And you don't want things that, you know, are restrictive. All are Look, King, it's Peaches. Yeah, Stephanie, well, you got a jacket on. It's leather. It's September in LA. It's not cold. There you go. It's actually quite warm. Look at Stephanie. Yeah, back rubs help me usually in these situations. So I can see that it'll be a good thing for Stephanie to get. That's good. Yeah. Oh, okay. Full body massage. Those also can be pleasant. Oh, pushing the envelope. Okay. H. And you got to have Bischoff on the mic narrating. Oh, Bischoff, you are the worst. Bischoff, this is why no one likes you. Oh, goodbye. Cream and peaches. Stephanie, I'd be perfectly fine if you just whooped his ass now. You got to at least dick kick him. One dick kick. Or slap. She's a slapper. Katana Baker did Playboy, FYI. Is that one of that? Must be one of those two. Physically a repulsive lesbo I could find. This is ridiculous. Ugh. Oh no. This imagine just I hope WWE suffers a really crazy digital glitch and this segment plays in the middle of Fox on SmackDown on a Friday night by accident. What is going on? I don't remember any of this. What's this music? Okay. So this is who the HLA has to be with now? But what about peaches and cream? I mean, Stephanie, you have the last name McMahon. Just you don't have to go through this. Just kick Eric Bischoff's ass. Unless okay. So Bischoff peeled off the thing. Is this Stephanie? Is this a decoy for Stephanie? This person's gonna peel shit off and kick the hell out of Eric Bischoff. Who would this be then? Not Mark Henry, right? Oh no, it's Rikishi. It's Rikishi. Okay, it's Rikishi. Okay, that's definitely Rikishi. Okay. Phew. Oh, she's done prison time. God, how long did Rikishi have to sit in makeup to get that done? I didn't realize it ends this way. Hildegard. Rikishi is doing too much with his mouth. I don't appreciate it. Yeah, Rikishi in blackface too. Way to go, WWE. Oh, she's happy. God almighty. Stephanie is into it. Right on. Good for Rikishi. Oh, look at her grab that. Oh, super kick to Bischoff. Okay, so it's just makeup. Oh my God, that's a lot of it though. Hildegard is not the world's biggest. Oh, Ricky, he's got a little garter belt on and everything. He's not messing around. Yeah, what's... Oh. Yeah, he's really wearing a... I did not remember any of this. Oh, no. Oh, yeah. Get his nose in it. Make Bischoff, yeah. Make sure, keep it on there a few extra seconds. Like, if he says he can't breathe, don't believe it. Don't believe him. He likes that. That's what his wife says. Oh, I hope he gets... Stephanie's got all that makeup on her face from Rikishi's face, lipstick. I really hope Eric Bischoff gets pink eye in both eyes. I hope he gets pink mouth. I hope it just goes all through his face. Oh. We don't want to see those. Oh, God. See, that's why I need to do more research before I just take y'all's word for it on a show. I saw Unforgiven 2002. I read what the stipulation was. I'm like, we have found our winner. I should have kept reading. Well, I can't unsee that. I mean, I don't have a lot of memories of this for some reason. I didn't really love the Billy and Chuck stuff. I think at the time, I just thought like the WWE name change and the moving on from the Attitude Era and them doing really crazy stories was really nothing different, but I just felt like we were entering a new era. And so I don't think I retained a lot of these memories. Oh, they love it. Well, Michael Cole, at least you don't have your frosted tips in, you weirdo. Shh. I'm glad that Michael Cole and Taz are enjoying it, because I don't know if I didn't enjoy it much. We were there. Hey, why didn't you interview me for this shit? I was there at a bunch of shit. I could say I was there for a whole bunch of stuff. They never called me. Undertaker and Brock. I mean, Undertaker, this is 2002. Shit, he'd only been in the company 12 years at this point. Yeah, they showed Shaq earlier, Sean, in the crowd. Lakers were in the middle of that three-peat run, right? And then about a year later or so, they'd run face first into my Pistons, who'd fuck them up something good in the finals and end their run and say, no four-peat for you, Los Angeles. And I moved here. Now I'm a Laker fan. Whatever. Rock and Taker. What's different that I've noticed since doing these watch-alongs with you guys about some of the pay-per-views from this time period, they didn't feel great at the time. Like, I remember watching this on pay-per-view, and whatever happens in the main event, all it does is lead to the Hell in the Cell, but I remember thinking it was kind of like disappointing, and I remember thinking in my head at the time that this was a disappointing pay-per-view. But looking back now, it's a hell of a card. It's a hell of a card, but, you know, you got to think about, like, the perception is different because if you're living the moment then and you're just a few years removed from, you know, the Attitude Era, the Monday Night Wars and all that great stuff, and you're moving into this new period, WWE's name's not even the same. ECW and WCW are gone. There's new stars kind of bubbling up that we haven't seen before. It was all different and changing. And I wasn't on board yet. And I was missing the older times. There was no Bret Hart anymore. You know, everything was different for me. So I was perceiving this time different than how I do now when I watch these shows back. I love that opener, that 8-man to open the show. Triple H and RVD was fun. Jericho and Ric Flair was fun. Benoit and Angle tore it down. But for some reason at the time, the early Sarah sighting. Or no, Not an oh. Oh, she's not pregnant, is she? Does Taker have a kid with Sarah? Okay, maybe she's not pregnant. Oh no, it is. She is pregnant. Okay. Man, so this is 2002, so it'd be another 12 years. So Undertaker would basically have a whole nother career. He's been in the company for 12 years at this point. 12 years later, he would lose the streak to this man. That's crazy. You turn this dumb song down so I don't get any copyright shit. Right, national champ. Sorry, I say let me turn this dumb song down right as you say good song for this show. I guess I don't hate the song. I it just felt like around this time, every one of WWE's pay per view themes like was just a song from this genre. Yeah, I don't know what Sarah's up to these days. I don't know if she's tattooed on anybody else's neck. She might be. Oh no. Oh, it has the lyrics too. Oh, even worse. Hands down, the worst Undertaker theme song. This abomination. You're gonna pay. Oh my God, I've never hated a song more. I'd listen to Right to Censor's theme on a loop for 6 days straight before I'd listen to this bullshit once. It's so bad. A cheap shot. Ugh. God, I hate it so bad. I hate it. Hate it with every fiber of my being. This actually might be dubbed. This feels off. Oh wait, no, it's not dubbed. This is right. This is what he was using in 2002, right? I think he was done with. He was done being a limp biscuit. He ain't rocking any kids. Speaking of Kid Rock, apparently after you shoot something, it's okay to drink it. I didn't know that, but it's just FYI. Brock, O2 Brock, what a monster. This fucker had just won the title the previous month, beating The Rock, and now he's going to go through Undertaker. Might take 2 pay-per-views to do it. Looking back, and we've watched this pay-per-view together. We watched Survivor Series 2002 a couple years ago, but what were they thinking after the run that he had been on, beating Rock and then beating Undertaker at Hell in the Cell, and then he loses to Big Show when Paul Heyman turns on him? You know, that's another thing about this time period that I just wasn't loving because some of these decisions didn't make sense to me. Like, why wouldn't you just keep rolling with Brock? Unless they liked Brock so much, they wanted him to win the title at WrestleMania, and the only way to do that was to take it off of him first. But why did they? It was just so dumb. That Big Show and Paul Heyman pairing did not work. Heyman and Brock were money together right from the start. There was no reason to break that up, at least at that point. Brock is the same age as me, which is just crazy. When I was 25, I did not look like Brock. I was a wee bit smaller. I mean, hell, I wonder who'd win in a shoot here in 2002 before Brock had the competitive fighting experience, but he could wrestle. I still think Brock would kill Undertaker. Yo, Spaz, what's up, dude? Nothing to plug. Cheers to Greg in the chat. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. This has been a trippy ass pay-per-view, man. I'll tell you. Oh, Mike, you were at the Joe for the Zamboni night? That's awesome. That's awesome. You know, you'd think my answer would be WrestleMania 3, but it's really not because I was just a little piece of shit back then. Like I have more memories of some more modern events that I went to. So I'd probably say WrestleMania 39, probably the favorite show I was ever at. But I was also at SummerSlam 2000. That was a lot of fun. I've been to a bunch of famous Raws and SmackDowns that I have all fond memories of, so I'm not sure which one sticks out. I might have to say the one I talk about a lot in November of 97, right after the screw job. That was just a really interesting time, really interesting show. The Raw where that Fly is back. The first Raw after Rick Rude left for WCW, and I was there ringside and got to see a lot of that happen and a lot of weird things happen on that show. Whoa! It was the last night in the company for a couple guys, and it was just super memorable. Met some wrestlers after the show at a Waffle House, the whole shebang. So I'd probably say that show. This fucking Fly, I'm going to end him. Oh, my God. Oh, what a bump by Brock. God, Brock was so young. He could just fly and glide over the top rope, take a flat back bump on the floor like it's nothing, and then kick the stairs into oblivion. Heyman looks distraught. He's not distraught. He's fine. Bindor this year and Armageddon 08. Those are a couple of good shows. Tito. Oh, wow. Stone Cold's comeback match. That's a pretty good one, too, AJ. I've seen Stone Cold Steve Austin win the WWE title twice in person. I was at Raw when he beat Undertaker, and I was at WrestleMania 15 when he beat The Rock. Oh. Taker was hauling ass. School time for Brock. I thought we watched No Mercy 2002. Didn't we watch the Hell in the Cell match between these guys? If not, maybe we'll do that in October. I thought we did, though. Pretty sure we've watched that. I remember making the thumbnail. Oh, Heyman takes a big boot. Heyman could still fall off the apron and do a bump back then in 2002. Yeah, I wish I missed the time that WWE actually cared about changing the pay-per-view set. Now everything is just too streamlined. Oh, appreciate the 20 from you, Spaz. Was in Toronto for SmackDown on Friday. That's right, you were. I think I saw that. Best show I've been to in a while. Met some folks as obnoxious as me. Lost my voice after 2 hours of Yang, no voice for the Destiny show the next night. Trent Seven became our new champ. That's cool. Yeah, that I would have. That would have been a cool thing to be in Toronto for what might be Edge's last WWE match or his last match in Toronto, at least. And that's a pretty awesome send off for him, whether or not it's his final one or not. That's cool to be there for that. And for the only match that exists between Sheamus and Edge. You got to see it. That's pretty cool. Unforgiven 2000, Victor. I think we need to do that. We've gotten a lot of Unforgivens out of the way. We might do that one next month. That would have been Stone Cold's return, right? Soup Bones. I'm going to beat you up and bust you up. Brian Hebner, referee. Shout out. He's still rocking the Frosties. He's not letting it go. Yeah, that one, I think Unforgiven 2000 and No Mercy 2000 were both recommended when I put up that post for members. And I looked at both of the cards. And I remember Austin stuff because then he would work Rikishi at the next one, right? So I don't think we've watched Survivors. Oh, we might have watched Survivor Series 2000. I can't remember. I think we did. But maybe we'll do No Mercy and Unforgiven in September and October. I don't like watching cornets fall at Starrcade because it hurts my knees. My knees hurt as it is. Oh, Tito, come here. Tito just stretched his arms and sometimes he wraps his paws around his face. And he had my microphone cord wrapped up in there. Give it back, bud. Would Undertaker work the Hell in a Cell match with taped ribs? I feel like this might be the beginning of the ribs, the rib attack here. Brock focusing heavily on that. Yeah, 87 Survivor Series. Yeah, we might have to go old school. We did the first SummerSlam this month. That was our last SummerSlam watch along we did for the season. We watched 88. So, yeah, we need to watch some earlier stuff. Oh, wow. I'm trying to remember after, so they would work the Hell in the Cell match, the pay-per-view after this, that Brock would win. So Undertaker was off SummerSlam. I'm sorry, Survivor Series 2002. He wasn't on the show then. I don't remember what he did. Did he take some time off after that loss? It's crazy that Michael Cole and Taz are both, still announcing just for separate companies. They should have Adam Cole sit in on commentary a few nights just so Taz can say, "That's right, Cole." I'm glad WWE lets Michael Cole dress casual. Ow. That damn snake. His hat's on backwards now. That means, he means business. Okay, he came back at Rumble 03. Okay. Yeah, I'm down to do the very first Rumble, too. I'd probably do the pay-per-view Rumble, though, not the USA Network Rumble. That sucked. That was a dry run. 89 had way more shit happen. Oh, Undertaker's busted open. Okay. Oh, Big Show had something to do with that. Threw Taker off the SmackDown stage right after No Mercy to write Taker off. Okay. Oh, God. He's just trying to open him up. That's gnarly. Jesus. Hard righties. Soup bones. No, the crowd isn't coming to their feet yet, Michael Cole. You're lying. Stop lying. Oh, hate it when Michael Cole lies. Yeah, USA Network I would definitely do for a members only. Oh. Sweating, worrying. He's worrying, Cole. Police is back. Oh, wow. I like that. I've always liked the snake eyes in the running boot. Taz is like, Taker's lucky he's not losing a ton of blood. You just wait. Wait till that Hell in the Cell. Yeah, I remember the WrestleMania stuff with A-Train and Big Show and all, or Nathan Jones and Big Show. Oh, that's good. I'm glad Taker got some time off. Oh, and of course, no referee. Taker should be the new champion, but he's not because there was a referee bump. Just kick him around. Just kick Hebner. Look how little he looks. Who's this? Who's this? Matt Hardy? Matt Hardy? I wasn't expecting him to run in. What's he doing here? What are you doing, Matt? What are you doing, Matt? Living on the edge? Are you keeping it extreme? Oh, no. Wow. Wow. What a last ride. Maybe Matt still thinks he's in the ministry. Was he in the ministry? Oh, and Undertaker kicks out. Yeah, what is it with the Hebners tonight? Stay on your feet, boys. JLW Prime, people forget? Who forgot? What people? That Brock was on steroids in his career? Does he have positive tests? He might. I don't remember. I think Brock's just real big and real strong. Oh, and Hebner down again. Get your ass up, Brian. Jesus. Fall Brawl 94. What was Fall Brawl 94? Let me try to remember. That's right. So Hogan would have been there. Oh, Hogan might have worked. Vader? No, not Vader. I don't know what the hell Hogan did at Fall Brawl 94. I don't remember. Savage wasn't even there yet. Oh, nice. Stopped the chair attack. Oh, man. Folded that chair on the face of Brock. And it's dented. Right through the ring. Referee still out. Brock's face rearranged by the chair. Yeah, Hogan was not on Fall Brawl 94. I just checked. He must have had the night off. How nice of them. Yeah, that was the year that Dusty Rhodes came back and wrestled, I think. Yeah, Lesnar's blading is what he's doing. Oh, is he going to take out the referee? Nope, not yet. God, that dent in that chair, Jesus. Yeah, they're both busted open, but not like they would be. The next month would be way crazier. He's tasting his own blood. Suck up time. Leg drop. Is that it? Glad the referee was sleeping during all of the use of weapons and all the other cheating that went on. Hebner's still selling the ribs. We got 19 referees back there. Nobody's running out here to help. Nick Patrick's eating a Twinkie with his pants down. Oh, F5. Oh, wow. He hits it. Nope. Taker. Wow. Taker countered out. Brian Hebner is crazy getting in between those guys. Oh. Lesnar's choking the referee. The referee's getting elbowed in the face. So we get it's a double DQ. Oh, maybe it's just a DQ on Brock. I forgot if it's double or single DQ. Ending a pay-per-view in a DQ. What the F? What is this, WrestleMania 8? Look at Heyman all disheveled. Oh, now we got a brawl. Victor, you're going to be missing All In? Don't miss it, man. Probably my review of All In will probably come like maybe 2 hours after the show's over. I don't think I'm going to come up and do an immediate review. It might be a little bit later. Oh, double dick kicks? Isn't this only a 2 hour and 40-minute long show? Is he going to be able to get Brock all the way down to the ramp and throw him through the stage in a minute? Oh, maybe unless Brock starts leaving and Taker chases him. I feel like there's less than a minute left in the show, so, oh yeah, there's probably time for them to do it. Just leave before Taker comes and gets you. There we go. Fisticuffs. Fisties in the aisleway. And now what does he do? Throw him through the set or something? Yeah. That's awesome. Right through the sign. I hope they had something for Brock to land on over there. Oh, yeah, and there's our watermark, and that's the end. Right on, Unforgiven 2002. What a crazy one. Stephanie and Rikishi got it on. I was not expecting that. What a swerve. Here, I thought we were going to get some nice, wholesome family entertainment like HLA, and instead we got stink faces and Rikishi and Stephanie, who apparently enjoy kissing each other. That's nice. So yeah, that was fun. JLW Prime, thanks for the 2. Can you do Unforgiven 2006 next? I'd be into that one. That's what? Is that Cena and Edge, right? Cena and Edge, probably. Boston or Toronto, one or the other. I know that was one of the matches. Is that the ladder match? That could be good. That would be possible. I'm going to look at some Unforgivens. We're going to knock out some Unforgivens in the month of September. Next week, we will be off for All In, so no watch along next week. But the week after that, we should be back to do a watch along, right? Or no, we won't, because that's going to be all out. I got to look at the calendar. That's my job tonight. Sunday nights is YouTube night for Greg. So I'm going to be working on that tonight. Stay tuned to the channel. Make sure you subscribe, of course. Hit that thumbs up button on the way out the door, and keep an eye on the channel. Tonight and tomorrow, you'll start seeing links pop up for All In and predictions and all that stuff. And the plan is to be here tomorrow night after Raw to talk about even more. So we'll be up here tomorrow after Raw for a wingy. We'll talk about last night's Collision. We'll talk about Monday Night Raw. And we'll do some more previewing for Payback and All In. And then we'll be back here later on in the week for All In predictions. And then it's All In weekend time. So going to be a fun one here on the channel. Thanks again, as always, for being here. You guys have a great rest of your Sunday night. And I will catch you tomorrow night after Raw. Y'all take care.